Hello friends, and welcome again to this fifth part of this video tutorial where we will be creating database for our website. This is a continuation from previous videos, so make sure you watch previous videos. I will be creating a playlist of these videos so it will be easier to follow. So to create our database, we go to our app data folder, right click, open in Explorer. So this is our app data folder. Here it's all blank, so we need to create a Microsoft Access database here. And to create a Microsoft Access database, I believe we need Microsoft Office. So I have already created a database. I'm just gonna paste it here. So just create your Microsoft Access file, rename it exactly like this, and let's see what I have done it inside this. Let's open the file. There are few tables here. This query doesn't even matter, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. So few tables here, so you can just go to create and design table, and then design table, and just fill in the field names and the field types here, as I will show you. So I'm not gonna save this table. First table we need is inventory table, and it already has so much data because I'm using an existing database table. But to create that, just go to create new table, and here are the fields. We need one item ID field, type auto number, and then just let me somehow, it fits all, no worries. Item name, type short text, and you can see I'm just gonna click through, and you can just see if any changes I have made to down below. So these are the fields. Please type the name exactly, and data type change to as I have done, and these are the fields you need, and these are the orders. So once you have created inventory table, create another table, name it item table, and it only has one field, item name, short text, and it has no duplicates. So item name doesn't get duplicated. It has only one field. So, and then job table. This is if you need to manage inventory across multiple job sites. So we have a job table like so. Not needed if you're not gonna have a job site on your project site on your inventory. And the transaction table, this is needed. So it has transaction ID and item number. Item number would be reference from inventory table item number, and then date and transaction and stock in. You can just pause and record the data type like so. So that's it. So all four tables are created. Just close out of your database, and let's start creating some codes. The first button we should create is let's say current stock. Okay, so when the user clicks on the current stock button on our website, it should take us them to a page where it lists out all the current stock we have. So how we do that is, let's close this off. We need and create a new page here named current stock. To avoid redesigning the page, let's just copy this default page. We need to Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and make a copy, and just rename this page to current stock. Current stock.aspx page, and let's close this default page and open this current stock page, and we get rid of all these buttons. Just delete them. And remember, logout button has a code behind, so we expand this and go to the current stock, and then clear this code paste. otherwise it will throw an error. Now everything is okay. We save and run this page. It runs fine. It's blank. The design is here, so we just do a current stock grid here. Now it's okay. And then merge one of the rows. Right click, modify my cells, and click in between them, and we pull down. Remember, I have shortcuts here, but if you can't find the controls, they are just down here. I have just dragged them up there. So I need a grid view, data grid view set. So this is data grid view. Make it nice and wide, maybe 900 pixels wide. Okay, so I'm gonna populate this with data from the database. To do that, we create a connection to our database in AppCode folder. So let's select AppCode folder, right click, add a new item, dataset, and let's name this database dataset, something like that. Oh no, let's just name it simple. Let's just call it inventory DS for dataset. Let's edit, and the dataset opens up. Just right click, add, and table adapter. We need a new connection, so let's go new connection, and let's browse, and then we need to connect to our database, which is what, in documents folder, in my YouTube website, app data, and here we go. So test connection. If the database has a password, so you can just type the password here, so the user won't need the password, because the user will use your password to log in to the database and doesn't have to type the database password every time. So it creates a connection path to the database. It's in OLTB4. Either it's 4 or 12, depends on which version of Microsoft Access you are using, but doesn't matter. Let's go next. It says it wants to copy this connection in the web config file. We need to do that, so let's click yes. It says database project. What does it say? Let's try now. Okay, so this is the connection string name. Let's do CS here. So let's do capital CS here. Connection string. This is the connection string, the file, the name used to connect to the database. It's not important. Let's go next, and here we build a query to get data from our database. So we need let me just paste in a query, because it works like this. You select your database, let's say inventory table, and then it's SQL it says select item name, item unit from item inventory table, and you run this query. You see every field comes, like SQL is not covered as in part of this course. It is used to get data from the database right into the database. There are lots of courses available there, so I'll just paste in the SQL here. So I'll just paste in SQL query here, and it's fairly complicated query, but what it does is, if we execute query, we see it brings in item name and job site according to the stock we have inside. So currently shows the stock of all the item order by alphabetical name. This is the query. For all your SQL query, for whatever project you are writing, you will have to figure this out and study some more SQL. So we go OK, next, and finish. So let's just name this current stock like so, and then save all, and let's go back to the page we created. Also, if you open web config here, you will see that the connection string for the database path is saved here, as we said yes to save the database path. So if you move the database or rename the database, you will have to update the name here. Anyway, so on the current stock not CS, on current, where's the page, current stock page, yeah, this is the page. We go to design, and in the bottom somewhere, row bottom of the table somewhere here, this is the invisible item. We add another data object called data source, not access data source but object data source. I don't know where this is. There is object data source. I have already made a shortcut here. So object data source, and then we click configure data source, and then we already made a data table adapter in there. That's the only reference set for us to pick. We go next and then finish. Nothing happened, but now we have to bind this grid view to this data source. We do that by selecting data source one here, and it's all binded. Now if we run the website without doing much of coding, we log in, see all the data just comes into our page. So but it doesn't look nice. To style the data grid view, we can do edit, and then we select a field, and then we expand. Like we can do like item style, we can change color, font, underline for every individual item name. There is a lot of properties in here to style, or we can just change it auto format and select one of these auto formats like so. So it's auto formatted now. Or I will just show you the format I made. I will just paste in, and all my grid view will be that style. So I'll just get rid of this auto format and make it remove formatting, so it's normal like that. Then I will go to my themes, and in theme 1 folder I'll right click and add a object, and I'll add a skin file. Name this skin file grid view.skin, then OK, and it says I have to paste formatting here. The idea is when you format, if I go to details view, you will see your grid view is here, all the field. If you do any formatting in this, for example, the first column has item name. If I change it to name in caps, and then says here, and here it says header name is caps. Let me do some formatting to make sure what we're doing. I will do edit, and let's change the header style, color to red, maybe a dark red. So it's dark red now, and you see after the name there is a header style tag added here, maroon. So we can copy this and paste it on the skin file we are creating, that tag, and it will style all our grid views header style to red. So I already have some styles here. I will just go to grid view and then remove formatting. So none of the format is applied. Anyways, okay, so what I do is go to skin file, and down here just paste in some grid view styles I have taken some time to create, and then save. And right away we see none of the style is applied to our grid view. This remains because this is on page style. So let me just get rid of on page style. Header style, just get rid of this line. So no on page style here. Now I have to apply those style. To apply those style, I have to go way on top of the page, and then after here I like to say style, theme equals, and then name of the theme folder. So that's theme 1. Now I refresh, and theme equals theme 1 is all right. So that style should be applied automatically now. Let's preview. Yes, and kind of applied. Hold on. Oh, this is the wrong style I've pasted in here. So let me just correct it. Go to the Greek file and clear this all and paste in the right style, and then save. So it should be applied now. Let's make this greater, bigger once again. 900 pixels seems okay, and then preview. See, and this is the style I wanted. It goes well with the theme.